welcome to Getting to Good Enough. I'm Shannon Wilkinson.
And I'm Janine Adams. We're here for practical and fun conversations about living with more ease and way less stress.
Yep, we're all about embracing progress over perfection. So grab a tasty beverage and let's get started. Hey, Janine.
Hey, Shannon, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling like a podcaster. We've now recorded a few episodes and
yeah,
it's kind of fun.
Getting our tech sorted out a little bit.
A little bit. We have a little room for improvement.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have good news to report.
Oh, good. What is it?
After our last morning routines episode, my morning routine has been flowing a little bit more easily, the way I want it to.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Is it because you paired it with something or it became more top of mind?
No, it's just that I really realized that I have to work out before I do anything else, because if I don't, I go down a rabbit hole and then
it's all is lost.
All is lost.
Right. So you're actually doing it. You already knew that, but now you're doing it.
Yeah. So now I'm actually doing it instead of just thinking, oh, I should be doing that. I've been sitting in my workout clothes for 3 hours and not working out. Right. And now I don't have time to.
That's excellent. Yay. And I can report that for the first couple of days after we recorded a week ago, was exercising right after I finished walking Bix, but then I forgot. But then I remembered. Mm-hmm. So I have been exercising, just not necessarily right after I walk Bix.
Yeah. But that's a good thing to keep in mind, is that forgetting is totally normal.
Especially for me.
Yeah. And I do it all the time. Mm-hmm. And that it doesn't mean you failed. It just, once you remember, it's an opportunity to restart.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. I could have thought to myself, oh, I didn't do it right after I walked Bix. Guess it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But I didn't do that. So that's a win.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that backsliding like that is really a problem for perfectionists.
Yeah. Backsliding is such a common thing on so many different efforts. But you're saying that when you're a perfectionist, if you backslide, it feels like a failure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you failed, then there's no point in trying anymore.
Right. Yeah. That's kind of sad.
Do you feel really sad about that?
I do feel a little sad for people who feel that way, because I don't think I share that generally.
No. We have a mutual client who was telling me once about, you had shared with her the don't break the chain. She was really worried about breaking the chain. And you're like, well, then it's just an opportunity to restart. And she's like, no, that's not how it works. Yeah. So one of the things that I do with my clients is try to build in the knowledge that you are going to get derailed, or you're going to backslide, or you're going to forget, or, something's going to happen where you aren't going to stick with what you want to be doing. And that doesn't mean you failed.
It's right. Just expect it.
Right.
Maybe even think ahead to what you'll do if that were to happen, or when that inevitably happens.
Yep. That's what we do, is we have a strategy in place. Like, okay, what are you going to do when you realize that you forgot to, execute your morning routine the way you want to?
Yeah. I love that, because you can brainstorm that before you're feeling the emotions of it. Mm-hmm. And then have that in your pocket for if it happens. And that's really neat. That's a great idea. Now, made me think about my Wordle streak, which is, it's between 600 and 700.
Wow.
Yeah. So that feels dire. Like
Right.
I should start to think about what I'm going to do when I miss it, when I either miss a day because I forgot, or God forbid, don't get the Wordle.
Uh-huh.
My day will be ruined
Yeah.
unless I maybe come up with a prize or something.
Oh my gosh. I would feel the same. Um, as you may recall, have quite a long Duolingo
I was
streak.
actually wondering if you still had that streak going.
I do.
Wow.
And I just opened up Duolingo because I couldn't remember what it was. And 1,967 days.
Oh my goodness. So in a month, you'll be hitting 2,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But I will say that Duolingo does have some fail-safe measures in place. There's some stopgap measures. It has streak freezes. You can earn streak freezes. And so if you can't or don't do it in a day, it saves your streak as long as you do it the next day.
Oh, well, that's nice. So if
Yeah.
you were having surgery or flying, like when I flew to Australia, I literally couldn't do Wordle that day because there was never in that day.
Right.
With
Yeah.
internet. Yeah. I lost a day, and yeah. So that's a nice
That was
feature
almost
of
worth
Duolingo.
buying Wi-Fi for on the plane.
It wasn't a possibility, actually.
Oh,
I would
no.
have, believe me, I would have bought it. It was not a Wi-Fi equipped plane.
Oh.
But that's a nice thing for Duolingo to give you that protection.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so this kind of chain breaking, obviously not that consequential, but it is true that it's so motivating to not break the chain, for me anyway, that breaking the chain can feel a little bad.
Right.
Or demotivating.
Right. Right. Yeah, I don't do any chain making. I don't attempt any chain making unless it has like a really, really, really tiny thing that I can do that counts.
That's smart.
So,
can you give an example?
Well, Duolingo, I have it set where I think all I have to do is earn 10 points, and I met my goal for the day, and that counts for the day. But normally I earn, upwards of 100 points or more, depending on how competitive the league is.
Oh my gosh.
It's a whole thing, I'm telling you.
I might have to look into that because I've been thinking I'd like to learn another language, so that could be fun.
Well, and I'll tell you, I haven't actually been using it for a language lately.
What are you using it for?
Math.
Of course.
Of course.
No. Not at all, of course.
That was a facetious of course.
That was a facetious of course. Oh, so you can learn to do math in Duolingo?
You can learn math, which I feel like is using a lot of brain cells. Like I'm, making some new neural connections.
Nice.
Because I forgot a lot about negative numbers and fractions, and it starts out very gently, and I feel really smart. And then there was stuff that's like, wait, what? It's been a couple of years since I've done this.
A couple, yeah. Oh, that's cool. So you're doing it for your brain power.
Yeah, I'm doing it which is, part of the reason why I was doing the language was to exercise my brain. And they came out with math and music, which is piano, and chess.
Oh, well, that's interesting. I've never learned to play chess.
Yeah.
Not even when I was a kid. Huh. And I have the World Chess Hall of Fame just a couple blocks away.
I know. I've seen the giant chess piece.
Right. So that's interesting. Okay. I'm going to look into that. And I like what you said, getting back to your point, which was 10 points, some minimum thing that allows you, that you can do in just a short period of time, presumably.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can set on Duolingo, you can set your goal. And I think the lowest is like 10 points. I think maybe 5 minutes. I set it so long ago and have never gone back. I don't know
Mhm.
actually what it is anymore. And they do change these things from time to time. So
Yeah.
it could be more than that or less than that. But yeah. And anything that I do where I'm trying to keep a streak, I I want there to be just the smallest thing that counts.
Mhm.
Because there are going to be days when you don't have as much time or you don't feel well or whatever. And it's really nice to be able to maintain your streak um,
Yeah.
without hurting yourself, without feeling bad. You know, I mean, like,
Right. Right. I was thinking about backsliding as you were talking and thinking about what you advise or what I advise our clients who do backslide. And like in the case of my business as an organizer, we might not hear from a client. It might be a year since we heard from a
mm-hmm,
client. And then we find out that their home has become messy again. And
mm-hmm,
it's got to be such a hard call to call us to come back and help them again. Although I'm always delighted when they do, because the sooner you do that, the better off you are. But do
right.
you offer strategies for sort of picking yourself up and brushing yourself off when you do backslide?
Mm-hmm. Well, and when I have the opportunity, I help my clients come up with a strategy that they feel good about. Like, oh, this is an opportunity for me to put this into play.
Nice.
Yeah, like, oh, this is the thing that I knew was going to happen. It's happening and now I can, you know, just keep going. Like this is part of the process. It's not like a failure of the process.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's an important differentiation. So I think I hear you say that when you start working with a client, a coaching client about a new process or just a new doing the things to achieve their goals,
Mhm.
you build into the recipe what will happen when things go off the rails a little bit.
Right.
And you let them, you normalize things going off the rails.
Mhm.
And then even if they've just had an appointment with you and they might not be talking to you for another 2 weeks or something, or a week, I don't know how often you meet with people, but they know what to do. They actually have the tools.
Yep. Yep.
That's so smart. And we can do that for ourselves.
Right. Right. The other thing that I do is help them figure out what's most likely to cause them to backslide or not stick with a habit or something. You know, what's most likely to get in the way
So that they can watch out for it.
so that either we can clear that obstacle
Mhm.
or we can know that that's going to happen. Because sometimes it's, you know, if you're trying to start an exercise habit, you are going to get sick at some point.
Mhm.
Hopefully you won't get very sick. Hopefully it won't be for a long time. But there's going to come a point where you're going to actually physically be sick and not able to work out.
Mhm.
For instance, knowing that that's going to happen, what you can do. And that's where, you know, you have like what's the smallest possible action you can take that would still count.
Right. And planning that ahead of time.
Mhm.
I like that.
Yeah. And also, you know, sometimes you get a pass, like allowing yourself to give yourself a pass. Yeah. Give yourself, you,
Yeah.
yeah.
You said that right. Yeah. So allowing your future self to give your future self a pass when something goes wrong or
Right.
goes whatever, it
Yeah.
doesn't go right.
Hmm.
Right. That's great. That helps people be more kind to themselves, which is
Yes.
a big part of being a happy person.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, and it's a big part
Mhm.
of motivation. I
Mhm.
mean, we're so often feel like we have to beat ourselves up. We have to be me. This is me hitting myself with, you know, cracking the whip instead
Right.
of, you know, holding the carrot. That actually works against you being successful
When you're hard on yourself.
when you're hard on yourself.
Mhm.
And it's so hard to let go of that the feeling that you need to be hard on yourself in order to move forward.
Right. Do you think that people who are perfectionists have more difficulty in this arena, that they're especially hard on themselves when things aren't perfect?
Absolutely. Yeah. I really feel like if you have a tendency towards perfectionism, that not being able to stick with something or not being able to do something to the level you feel it should be done it creates stress if in your head your goal is perfect.
Yeah, I can believe that.
And that the space between what you're able to do and what you feel you should be doing is like, the bigger that is, the worse you feel. And when you feel bad, it's harder to take action.
Right. So cutting yourself some slack or embracing good enough can really be life enhancing, I think.
Absolutely.
And I think we experienced this in 5 years of podcasting about perfectionism, that I think we both probably embrace good enough even more. I mean, I'm already pretty good at it, but
Yeah.
in that we felt the difference in those 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like as I get older, I'm getting easier and easier on myself. I feel like it. Like, I don't know, but I mean, partly might be because of the stress-filled 6 months or so I had last year, where
Right.
basically all I could do, I had to cut myself slack constantly because that was the only way to get through the day.
Yeah.
And now it's like, yeah, I've become really good at it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I do find myself like not having the energy to be perfectionistic about things that I might have been in the past.
Yeah, it's just easier to embrace good enough,
Yeah.
and why not let it be easy, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't have to wait until you're just like, don't feel like caring about it being perfect.
Right. Yeah. That's funny.
But yeah. Well, anything else to say about that, or questions that you have about how I work with clients on it?
No, but it makes me feel like I want to have you be my coach. I haven't had a coaching session with you in a long time, and it's so powerful. And I don't, who knows? I'm going to come up with something I need coaching on.
All
so
right.
that I
Well,
can benefit.
you know where to find me.
Yes, I do.
Well, we would love to hear from you, our listeners. How do you feel when you get derailed, when you backslide, when you don't stick with something that you were planning to stick with? You can let us know on social media, on Facebook and Instagram, on YouTube at Getting to Good Enough. And you can email us at gettingtogoodenough@gmail.com, or you can leave us a voicemail at 413-424-GTGE. That's 4843. Thanks for joining us on Getting to Good Enough. We hope you heard something that makes your life just a little bit easier. If you did, leave us a review or share this with someone who's looking for their own version of good enough.
Thanks for listening. See you soon. Good memory, Shannon.
Yes. I did that all from heart. I'm so excited.
I'm very impressed.